up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. I'm Irritated Kim, and this is Pain in the Butt Tyler. And it is Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. Only the day of the two. It's been a long week so far. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for clicking on our video and coming to sit with us and listen to some of the craziness going on in the world today. And let me tell you, it's freaking crazy. Crazy.
I think. Okay, so we'll touch on what we're gonna talk into. We're gonna talk into things.
Talk into
things. Hey, look, I'm over here. Okay, so we're gonna touch on Donald Trump being raided, the first president ever to be raided in the U.S. history. We're also gonna be talking about how Mark totally doesn't love Mendicino. Is trying to justify using spyware. I know. Okay, I know it's only for criminals. And for the audio listener, that's quotations. And then we have an installment of Rebranded coming for you live. But before we get into that, of course, everything and anything and ever over him and F. We are here Monday to Thursday. We're here. We're queer. We're 8 p.m. live on Rumble because Chris Pavlovsky is much cooler than Susan Wojcicki. Chris is my homeboy. We grew up in the mean streets of Toronto. I think he's from Toronto. Brampton? I don't know. I don't care. Hit that intro button. Let's get into this shit. Hey!
And we're back. I bet you missed us. It was so long. Help me.
Okay, so let's get into this first. Actually, I think we're starting off with a rebranded. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Rebranded. Okay, hi. I'm about to kill her.
I'm about to kill him.
Okay, so in this installment of Rebranded, so we're going to be talking about support. Okay, support. What comes to your mind when you hear the word support?
Like the word?
Yeah.
Bra. A good old support bra.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Some nice, good support on the chesticles. You know, that's what I think of.
Something with a good underwire, right?
And
some little padding. You know, maybe something that isn't tight around your sides, but gives a little bit of width. You know, so your chest, your side boobs.
Yeah, tuck it in a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Suck that shit in. Anyway, well, other than bras, when I think of the word support, I think of, when people support each other, it's pointing things at me. Like if you wanted to do a venture, me supporting you would be me being there for you and encouraging you and, just
giving them the
being loving,
the resources and the tools in order for them to succeed in doing the job and which they choose to do, right?
Yeah.
So just like in any industry, let's say if you're making burgers, how would you support people being able to make burgers? Well, I'm sure making sure that, let's say, they have some type of regulatory standard, or maybe incentivizing some type of maybe some type of protocol, so to speak, right? Something to encourage them. It might be a monetary incentive, right?
Okay.
You're trying to foster that ability. You might say, hey, we've increased our standards for beef, let's say, so that people are more, so that people can learn and expect a higher quality of meat, say from their local clown franchise.
Ew.
Okay?
I gotta go to the clowns.
Well, all right, so let's get into, what is it? Control what? Nope, wrong one.
Yes, it was. Just give it a minute.
Oh. I don't know, fucking takes too long. So, in our first segment of Rebranded, Deputy Chrystia Freeland.
Oh God, I can't stand that woman.
Visit
Brampton.
Brampton.
Can we rebrand her? Can we rebrand Chrystia Freeland, please?
Well, she's already been rebranded as a Nazi sympathizer, so there's that.
That's just truth.
So, the minister heard firsthand about industry challenges and shared information about measures the government of Canada is taking to help address inflation and other economic pressures. She says, we know that Canadians are worried about inflation and that they're asking, how can we
Whoopsie.
asking what their government is going to do about it. That's why we have a new affordability plan. Oh, we've made things so unbelievable. Where the fuck am We've made things so unbelievably impossible to purchase, whether it's through shutting down gas lines, whether it's stopping any new gas exploration, whether it's through shutting down the entire economy for something that's been equated to nothing more than a bad flu. That's where we've gone. So now, record spending, record money printing, record inflation, they're saying, oh, we have a plan for that. We're going to fix your woes.
Sweet.
That is going to make life more affordable for Canadians at a time when they need it most.
Yeah, like they needed their jobs when you took them away.
100%.
Just saying.
Absolutely agree. So, with an income of $45,000 and a child in daycare, so if you make $45,000 and you surrender your child to a government institution that the government has approved of in order for indoctrination and leftist bullshit, this affordability plan could mean roughly an additional $7,600 of your money coming back to you. Do you understand how they keep doing all this shit through tax credits instead of actually giving you the opportunity and the ability for you to afford and purchase things for yourself? They say, you are too dumb. We need to do things for you. Okay? And I'll say this, as a business owner, there is a world of difference when every dollar you make can go into things that you want them to, as opposed to, oh, I have $1 million that need to go to the government before I can do anything or everything that I need to do. I can put that money into investments, into other things, into charities, supporting communities that I want to support. No, they just say, we're going to, again, I brought this up yesterday, they're literally going to beat you up, take your wallet, and then say, here's $20 back. Just like the gun thing. It's the same thing.
Well, at least they're giving you $20 back, so then maybe you can go to the, local pharmacy, get yourself some gauze, pad yourself up, take care of yourself a little bit, and take a cab home.
Yeah. You're gonna need something more than just a cashier's check from the government after they're done raping you. So,
well, especially if you don't have a bank account, you got to go to like Money Mart or something.
So if you look at, this is how she's saying that we're supporting truckers in Canada. That's what we're doing. Well, that's really unusual that's the position you took. Because Chrystia Freeland pretends she supports, and this is from TNC, so the True North News. 6 months ago, Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland froze bank accounts and suspended the licenses of truckers protesting her government's vaccine mandates.
Yeah.
Which, to be clear, was demonstrably verified to be completely unscientific and being absolutely political. So where they kept saying, oh, it's scientific. Ours is based in science. We just had, hey, Arnold, Mr. Algebra, or whatever the fuck his stupid name is, just said, I'm proud that Canada is the only country to still have vaccine mandates.
Seriously?
Yeah, they
You're
are proud
of that.
Okay, so let's look at the we'll get back to the rebranded. Hold on to it for a fucking second, okay?
Branded.
Rebranded. so what they are proud of the catastrophe that is our airports. That is our passport offices. That is the our
economy?
CRA. That is our economy. Border crossing. They are proud of everything that is falling apart and saying we've done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Compared to what? Afghanistan? Those fucking people still got out faster than anything in here, and that place was falling apart. Unbelievable. All right, so now she's bragging about the work she and Trudeau have done to keep our trucking industry strong.
For real? To keep it strong. When you literally spent like a month calling them terrorists and misogynists. Oops, I'm hitting things. See, I'm just getting so aggressive. All that other bullshit. Like, I mean, honestly. And that's supporting and trying to keep them strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've caused any truckers that don't have this arbitrary ArriveCan app, and who is it? Andy Lee, I believe is her name. Yeah, I think it's Andy Lee on Twitter. She ended up doing a deep dive into the company that had developed the ArriveCan app. $10 million, and it's Justin Trudeau's friends.
Of course it
Ta-da! Is. Surprise, surprise. Look, my hand is...
No, stay on your own side.
Likewise. This is my box, okay? My box begins here. Fuck off! Stop encroaching! You at least get a penalty for encroaching in football, so stop it. So this is what has become support. We've supported them. We've demonized them. We belittle them. We've made them persona non grata within Canada. We've shut down their bank accounts without a judicial system in place, without a warrantless search and seizures of people's property. That sounds very Hail Hitler of you, if I do say so myself.
Just a little bit.
You know, I guess she's living up to her heritage. Okay, living up to her heritage. Very, very on brand, Miss Freeland.
Is she German?
Oh, her grandfather was a Nazi collaborator.
Seriously?
Dead fucking
like
serious.
No joke.
Dead serious. Oh, 100%.
This literally makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This is the type of person. This is the type of person that she is. Yeah. She's made it quite clear of she's trying to live up to her grandpapa's image. So.
Oh my god. Like, how perfect are they together? You have freaking Justin Castro, who is like the long lost son of Fidel Castro, and then you have Chrystia Freeland, who's Nazi sympathizer. They're like just like communist fuck buddies.
They're two Jews in a concentration camp. Okay, let's just get it out of the way. Okay, let's just say that. Okay, but two Jews in a concentration camp.
But they're not. They're the freaking Germans.
I'm saying they just belong there, according to the German people, to the communists. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That was horrible.
And if you want more completely
bad
offensive commentary, please hit the subscribe button. Where's the
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
Feed me Seymour.
Feed me. You guys ever see James Hetfield and how he says that? Yeah, feed me. All right, so let's continue on. Okay, stop. Grow up.
Hit me.
So let's look at this. So Freeland says some protester accounts have been frozen and more. So this was during the Freedom Convoy. The Freedom Convoy.
The so-called.
Yeah. So Deputy Prime Minister Freeland, Chrystia Freeland, says financial service providers have taken frozen accounts of certain individuals. This caused Ottawa. Okay, I'll finish this point. Ottawa gave new powers. Oh. So, you gave your power to the government in order for them to facilitate, at least regulate financial institutions, which they didn't. But, okay, now they've said, oh, well, we're going to relinquish that power and give it to the bank accounts that we feel is undermining our democracy. Notice those words. It doesn't say, it has nothing to do with Canada's democracy. They have never said Canada's democracy. Or maybe they have. You know what? I don't know. I don't listen to every single word they say, but I'd be fairly certain to say they don't say Canada as a democracy. They might say our democracy, which means not what we would be considered a part of because we have unfavorable views. But
fringe minority?
Yeah, the fringe minority, you know, we're misogynist, we're sexist, we're racist. We hate black people. In fact, I have been known on occasion to be part of a lynching.
Oh, have you?
According to Justin Castro, I yearn for the days of beating women, hating gay people, and hating blacks.
Well, I mean, you're not really helping your own argument, where if you were to rewind like 3 minutes, you'd see him hitting me. So they're partly correct, just a little bit.
Just tell me that women don't deserve it. Tell me. Tell me in the comments. Huh? Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. All right. Okay. So enough tomfoolery. Let's stop fucking around. Okay. This is serious business. So that is so Chrystia Freeland continued with. So that is something that we, law enforcement, and the financial service providers have been working on I believe this was Mark Mendicino. Yeah. Oh, no, this was Freeland. Sorry. Uno momento, por favor. Technical difficulties. Sorry, I fucked it up. All right, switch it if you're going to switch it.
God.
Very carefully. And that's why I say the use of financial tools is actually going to increase in the coming days because it was important for us to be sure that safeguards were in place. Okay? Safeguards.
I feel safe already.
Safeguards were in place. When they did this, they caused such a run on the banks. People were pulling out thousands upon thousands of dollars from their bank accounts that the banks didn't actually have the money. That's what they decided to do. Because I did. 100% I did. I shut down every single bank account that I could with TD Canada Trust. Because they froze bank accounts.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm sorry, I can't. And then you have that, what is that, FCC, the Farmers Credit of Canada or whatever,
yeah.
where they were compiling lists. Yeah. You know what place did that? Schindler's List. Mind you, that's a little backwards, but
I bet he read it twice too.
Yeah.
You know, well, and that's the thing too. Like we're with a lot of people that might be thinking, well, if it's mandatory, it's not really the bank's fault. Now, the banks, including, some banks, specifically TD, was starting to freeze the accounts of people before it was even considered mandatory. Before the government said you have to do this, the bank just jumped on board and were like, yeah, all right, let's do this shit, and started freezing shit. So then we were like, peace.
Oh, yeah, I said flat out that because of the decision that you people have made, you've clearly drawn your line in the sand. You've made it very clear of what your position is and who you are going to, not necessarily, and I understand they are controlled by the government, but for them to take a proactive approach to say that, yes, good government, we will comply. Sound effects and all.
This is the second podcast in a row that you've imaginarily shoved penis in your mouth.
They're doing it, not me. I'm just reenacting what they're doing.
I'm beginning to think you're enjoying it a little much.
No, not really. It's quite unpleasant. No, never mind. All right, so this is the position that the government has taken. Okay, this is what they have chose to do, this is what they chose to do, and now they're saying, oh, by supporting them, we've demonized them, we've marginalized them, we've made them persona non grata within Canada. Even though, the fringe minority, they're misogynist, they're often science deniers. So you know what, Justin Trudeau, if anyone denies science by your own fucking records, has made it very clear that in fact you don't follow the science. It's all a political ploy. How many people did you betray in order for you to go behind their backs and completely discredit anything you have ever done and ever said? You are a joke. You are a fucking embarrassment. And I long for the days that you go back to your home country of Cuba where you can reign on your shitty little island paradise. Fuck you. Where's the thing?
Rebranded. Rebranded. Rebranded.
To be just a little backtrack, just because freaking Trudeau is some communist dictator dude, why do you gotta hurt on fucking Cuba?
Because it's Fidel Castro from Cuba.
I know, but Cuba's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful island, a beautiful place, and minus the government, beautiful people.
Oh, 100%. And people get a lot of things confused when you say about a country like, China is shit. I don't mean the people, I mean the government. So when I say Canada or when I say Cuba, I don't mean the people, I mean the people running the country. All right, so let's get into this. This is America. I love you. We have been through nations. We have spilled blood together. We have gone to wars together. We have liberated countries. We have destroyed countries. We have been the best trading allies. We have been friends. I consider a lot of Americans, I look at them as family. I look at them as Canadians and Americans together, that we are brothers and sisters. We have forged our love and our alliance through war, through trade, and through cooperation. What they have decided to do, the Biden government has decided to do, because already you're seeing the spin coming out.
Oh yeah.
Let's not bury the lead here. Justin Trudeau. I wish.
Wrong country.
Oh my God. I wish he was investigated and indicted on crimes, but that won't happen because he has Brenda Lucky licking his taint.
The visuals I keep getting are just so disturbing.
They do it, not me. Okay, so Donald Trump his house was raided in Florida by the FBI.
Yeah.
The first time this has ever happened in U.S. history. Ever. This has never happened. This has set off a precedent. I think Steven Crowder had said it best. You can no longer unring this bell. You have set a precedence. You have set things into motion that you no longer can stop. What?
I was just gonna say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
there ain't no going back now.
No. Where you are now going after political opponents, and you have CNN, the bastions of truth and information, where they literally put up Trump aides. They put them up like a wanted poster. They had like 9 people on their screen, on their overlay, 9 Trump aides. It was like a gang event.
Yeah.
And the whole farce that is the January 6th that literally nobody cares about because everyone knows it for what it is. It's it's literally government self-flagellating. It's self-flagellating, self-suck, autofellatio. Okay? They're just, I know, I can't, they're doing it, not me. Don't.
See what I'm saying here? Like, he's got this thing.
There's, okay, what, autocunnilingus? They're eating their own snatch? Because they're a bunch of pussies. Huh?
I can't even. Every time I think about people hating on Trump, I keep thinking of that one teacher that do you remember that one video in one of our podcasts that we showed? The teacher had literally turned his picture upside down.
Oh,
They had like
yeah.
a wall of all the presidents and she turned his upside down. I'm like, how disrespectful. Like, the thing is, when you think of past presidents and stuff like that, not all of them are perfect, obviously. And a lot of them have done bad things. You have Richard Nixon. I mean, well, to be fair, Clinton really didn't do too much of anything but just, get a little freaky.
I really liked Ronald Reagan. His wife was a bit of a crazy lady, but I liked her.
Okay. Well, we weren't talking about Ronald Reagan. We were talking about Richard Nixon. But regardless, I mean, they still have those pictures up. Those pictures are still standing strong and face up. And then they turn Trump upside down. Like, I don't understand where so much of this hatred comes from. Every single president that's out there, you can literally find the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay. So, but why is it that people are so like this with him? And I think it's a huge part because they're threatened. Like, they really are. They're worried that they're gonna he could potentially change things that they're not gonna like. Get rid of the corrupt people, and they don't want to see that.
Well, this has done so. Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know, so the FBI early morning raid went into Trump's place, and he ended up posting, I believe it was on Truth, that hey, my home, my private home is under siege by FBI agents, and
It's a big ass home, by the way.
And
the thing is freaking huge.
Yeah, but so, and already, here we'll just look at this. So this was from
CBC.
Well, from the CBC. Okay, so from the CBC. So the focus on the investigation was not immediately clear. The immediate event.
Are you okay?
No, but I'm saying, do you hear how? Oh God, what the hell did I just do? But do you hear how crazy that is? The immediate reason was not clear. They didn't know why they were investigating him.
Well, that's because of the media wasn't immediately clear, because all of a sudden people started investigating him and nobody was saying anything. That's what I'm taking of it, but it's
all right. So
I was, to be fair, like I was waiting for this. When I had heard about it, I'm like, okay, let's just see what the left is going to start pushing out. And again, for anybody watching, we actually, oh my God, I keep hitting this thing, belong on the left, or we are on the left. But it's just, you can see
we're
how...
not anymore, though.
I know, right? But you can see how people spin things, right? And I knew this was going to happen. So with this one article, or in CBC, this is generally more leftist. And
well, government propaganda.
Yeah. So it's
not leftist, it's government.
It was kind of interesting to see the way that they started spinning these things. Now, I guess before I get into any more, we should just let's take a look at their theory as to what's going on here.
All right, so from their article, they say the U.S. National Archives and Record Administration in February notified Congress that it had received about 15 boxes of White House documents from Trump's Florida home, some of which contained classified materials. The Democrat-led Oversight Committee in the U.S. House said it at the time it was expanding an investigation into Trump's actions and asking the archives to turn over additional information. Trump previously confirmed that he had agreed to return certain records to the archives, calling it an ordinary and routine process.
Now, see, with that, like, a lot of people are, oh my God, why does he have like personal or this like
these documents,
oh my God, in his house? Like, why is he holding on to these things? It's not, and a lot of people thinking that that's the bad part. It's not uncommon. A lot of people who were presidents and stuff like that have classified information that they keep in their homes. And that's actually not the issue here. Like, him having the classified information in his home isn't the problem. I guess from what I have heard, it is basically they were concerned of how the documents were being kept. If they were stored properly,
yeah.
secure enough, stuff like that. That is basically where the whole thing came in. But the thing is, the way that they kind of spin it is he's got classified information in his house. Why is it in his house? They removed 15 boxes in the fall. Okay, well, they removed 15 boxes in the fall or the spring or whatever the hell it was. Did you hear anything else about that? No, because there wasn't anything bad that was found. So seeing this here where it's like, well, Trump said it was just a routine thing. Well, I would beg to believe that because you didn't hear anything about it. Okay, they removed these things. Clearly, whatever it was that they removed wasn't what they were hoping to find. So now they're going back in.
Well, even the FBI, they ended up resealing the room that these documents were in with their own padlock, and they had to bust in because they lost the fucking key.
Well, and they broke into his safes. Like, if they're concerned of how documents are being stored, if that is the issue here, why would you break into a safe? I would think a safe is pretty secure. So why are you breaking into his personal safe? Like, that's not okay.
All right, so let's continue. So this was from the Canadian, the Communist Broadcasting Corporation in Canada. So just so you know, you have an outsider's perspective. This is what they are alleging. A congressional panel probing the January 6th, in other words, Fed Day, assault by Trump supporters on the U.S. Capitol is working to build a case that he broke the law in trying to overturn the 2020 election. Let's get one thing clear here. Al Gore still contested that he won when he was campaigning or when he was a presidential candidate against George Bush Jr. This is a normal part of your process, and it should be. They weaponized a normal process.
Yeah.
Something that you normally do, where, hey, there seems to be something wrong. Let's verify. Even if you do your fucking taxes, you at least go, well, let's double check those numbers just in case.
100%. I don't even know how many times when I'm at work and I'm counting money or whatever that I double check it. I counted a couple times, just to make sure. Like, okay, yeah, I may, whatever. I don't need to go into more detail than that. Yeah, you make sure. And when it comes to something as big as an election, and there was a lot of, okay, anybody out there who believes that Biden rightfully won the election, you cannot tell me that the way that all of a sudden all these votes magically appeared and there was, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't sound a little sketch. Like, regardless whether you believe it was wrongdoing or not, it sounds sketch. So one could be a little suspicious.
Well, but even still, so if you feel, hey, I won fair and square. In fact, like, if someone was to come and, let's say, the government came and audited us, I would say, but I would encourage you. In fact, I've even said with my CRA agent that I work with, I've said, I would encourage you to audit me because I don't want to do something wrong. I want to prove that what I'm doing is fair and legit, and I'm not trying to screw anyone over.
Yeah.
That is the basic idea. And they said, no. All right, so to continue. So in a March 2nd court filing, the committee detailed Trump's efforts to persuade his vice president, Mike Pence, to either reject slates of electors, which is within your fucking constitution. You guys, Americans, you dudes should probably look that up. For Democrat Joe Biden, who won the election, or delay a congressional court for of those votes. All within the legal bounds. Especially something that's within a 0.5%. I think that should be like mandatory. There should be.
Yeah. And
considering that there were a lot of, what did they call it? Curing ballots that was going on. And, I don't want to get too far into the speculation, but to say that there, according to YouTube, there has never been outside of 2016. 2020 was completely legit, but according to YouTube, there has never been any election tomfoolery, fornication, as they say, ever in the U.S. history ever. Okay, so let's make that clear. It's never happened outside of the 2020 election. The 2020 was completely pure and legit. Every other one riddled with discrepancies.
Yeah.
Okay?
So that's really comical, considering the fact that the election before that, Trump got in. So obviously they got to spin it where the only reason Trump got in is because, it was rigged. Because obviously the rightful person got it this time around, which is, Peter. So
Peter the pedo.
Just saying.
All right, and one thing I will say, Republicans, conservatives, they're terrible at. They could have challenged this stuff. Laws and legislations that were being pushed through with this stuff a year prior to the election, they didn't fight it. An overwhelming majority did not fight it. You had the Hunter Biden laptop story that was completely hidden. These are the same news articles that said, oh, the Russian P-tape story, where if you don't think that this is psychotic, if not psychotic, completely indifferent to any type of journalistic integrity, the Russian P-tape story was, and I quote, "There is a video, I don't know where, I don't know when, but..." Sorry, I had a burp. What?
You could have just kept going. No one would ever know.
Well, I would know.
Oh.
I don't know where, I don't know when, but there is a tape of Donald Trump urinating on or having female prostitutes in Russia peeing on stuff. I don't know where, I don't know when, and they ran with that story. That was the basis of that story. I shit you not.
Which I find so fucking comical because you have a story like that where they're literally like, I don't know, like, which would be in any sort of court hearsay, okay, and so I don't know. But it does exist. Let's fucking run with it because he's a piece of shit. But yet they literally have the Hunter Biden laptop in somebody's possession that can actually see these things, and things have been leaked and whatever. But no, that's not real. They actually had pictures and video. Pictures, video, emails, all that other shit, where on this story, the Russian peace story or whatever, they had nothing but hearsay. That's it. But yes, what a piece of shit that guy is.
Right, dude, that's what I'm saying. Oh, God, I messed it all up. All right, so I'll say this. This is an unprecedented event that has taken place. You have now weaponized, and I'll say the FBI, any type of intelligence agency that has been used, that will be used to go after political opponents. You've seen Steve Bannon. He's getting lambasted. You had Alex Jones. Well, even though Alex Jones wasn't working with Donald Trump, but what did they say? Well, he knowingly pushed false information, even though he publicly apologized. And I'll say this, put it on record. What happened to Alex Jones will one day come for you.
What happened to Donald Trump will one day come for you. Except, when was it? Like, does nobody realize that it seems to be just certain types of people, a certain side of people that seem to keep getting, harassed all the time, when yet you have, it's like, literally the left side has seemed to have taken over everything. And again, it's something that I align with in some things. Like, we align on the left-hand side. Like, we should be. Right?
We should be left.
So it makes no sense to me. It's like, we're only going to attack this side. But then this side is completely taking over things like the freaking schools and universities and all this other shit. And literally the stuff that they're pushing, and everybody's just bending over and taking it up the tailpipe, but yet everybody's attacking the right side, which I don't think is completely fair at all. And I'm somebody who is on the left side. Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I think what they've decided to do has sent off, whether, again, I've made this point before. If you think what being done is justified, reverse it. That is all you need to do. And unfortunately, we've come to this position where it is no longer whether it's right or left, right or wrong, good, bad, whatever. It has devolved into tribes. My team needs to win because of my team.
Yeah.
I've said I could go grab my wallet. I am a card-carrying member for the Conservative Party. And I have scrutinized them over and over. I've made it very clear that what O'Toole did was an embarrassment. I said, in fact, I did not vote for the Conservative Party in Canada because I'm not. No, if you're just saying what the supposed opponent is saying, and you're just saying it a different way, why am I have no qualms about saying I voted for the PPC. No problems. I voted for Maxime Bernier because at least from the jump, from the word go, he was saying, hey, what's going on here is pretty crazy. These sudden lockdowns, these mandates where we're going outside of Canadian Charter of Rights, which is supposed to be the document that is supposed to bind government together. That is what we're supposed to be doing. And we've made it very clear that we are going to operate outside of it. Okay, so then what's the point of the document that we're supposed to adhere to? And I'll ask that same question for my American friends. If your Constitution is not the document that you are going to hold yourselves to, then you have nothing. You have no rule of law. You have nothing to actually, nothing that holds you together.
See, what I don't understand is literally how people aren't noticing these things, where it's there's no fair treatment here at all. It's, I'm going to do this to this person, I'm going to do that to this group, I'm going to whatever. But there's actually no fair treatment going on here. Instead of actually living in a world where, you know, it doesn't matter the color of your skin, we're going to treat everybody equally as people, as humans, because that's what we are. We're all humans. But no, you're white, so you're bad. You're this color, so you're this. You're that color, you're this. You're on the right, so you're this. You're on the left, so yay. But like, there's no fair treatment going on at all. It's just, let's attack this side and this side rule.
Well, and again, this is, it's crazy. Dave Smith, who's a comedian, who is the head of the Mises Caucus, the Libertarian Party.
Cox.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Fuck those dicks. But he is being considered right wing, which he is like. This is where our kind of craziness has gone. That a libertarian through and through, like Rand Paul, libertarian through and through, and you have people going, "Oh, he's a right wing, and oh, he's alt-right. He's a right wing extremist." Like, what the? Are you?
Okay, I know. I know I bring her up a lot, but Blair White, who is transgender, is transphobic. They all yell at her calling her transphobic because she's speaking the truth. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely absurd, the shit that they keep throwing around at people.
All right, so let's continue with this. So CBC. So the president was not notified, was not aware of it. The White House spokesperson, Karine Jean-Pierre, aka the chick that doesn't know a goddamn thing. I'll say at least Psaki, whatever her name is, Jen Psaki. At least she was a good spin doctor. She was a great spin doctor. This chick doesn't know her ass from the hole in the ground.
But see, like I had put there, allegedly. Because yeah, it says that, oh no, they had no idea this was going on. I'm gonna call bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah.
They called for them. They did it. The president did it. Okay. Anyways, all right. So let's roll through this. So while the Justice Department has a decades-old policy that a sitting president cannot be indicted, there's no such protection for former presidents or presidential candidates.
Keyword. When I saw that, or presidential candidates, because they know he has been campaigning to potentially go to the 2024 elections. That is exactly why they're pulling this shit, because they are trying to take him down so he cannot go again, because they know damn well he'll end up winning again.
Oh, if I'll say, if it's not Trump, it's DeSantis. And if you're looking at any polls, if you're looking at any information right now, there's a red wave coming. It's going to be menopausal month. Okay?
Well, and see, that's exactly...
There's going to be red waves everywhere. Grab your tampons. You're going to fucking need them.
I'll get my maxi pad and just start rowing down the river.
Yeah, you're gonna need the one with wings, because this shit ain't gonna. You're gonna need a Noah's Ark of tampons.
I'm on it.
Or pads or whatever you fucking people aliens do.
Well, I think it would be kind of like, I don't know. It'd be kind of nice to see a major shift in both areas. To be honest, like get the Biden side out and get I would actually really like to see DeSantis in there. Like I really would. Like from what I know of DeSantis, I would really like to see DeSantis in there.
Oh, I was going to say that there was a recent thing where a attorney general was not doing his job, was literally letting people go. What violent criminals were being let go, and he fired them. He said, "You're fired. In fact, we already have your replacement because you're not doing your job."
Good for
it's
you.
not that we have laws. And again, I don't fault that it's not that we have laws, it's whether they are being implemented and executed equally.
Equally, keyword there.
Yeah.
Equally.
All right, so
I would to finish my thought there. I would like to even see like a big shift in Canada. Like I for one, I'm 100% voting for Pierre, but I would like to see a major shift in Canada and see hope, just hope that he actually brings Canada back to Canada. The pride, the being proud of being Canadian again. I would like to see that, because I haven't been so...
He got my vote when he said he'd defund the CBC.
Ooh, snap.
All right, okay, so let's continue with this, because we still have this stuff to go through with Mendicino. Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, so there's Lawrence Douglas, professor of law at Amherst College in Amherst, Massachusetts, told CBC News recently that the committee has brought out pretty powerful evidence. Bullshit. No, they haven't. They keep saying that he was trying to incite an insurrection to overthrow the government, even though he's quite clearly said, quietly or loudly and patriotically, fight for your country. Make your voices heard.
Voices.
Peacefully.
Yeah.
Peacefully, somehow, before he even fucking arrived there. This is the thing. Before he was even there, the police are already having an issue. Nancy Pelosi felt it necessary to not have National Guard, even though Donald Trump said, "I would like National Guard there in order to keep the peace." And she said no. So at some point, it seems fabricated.
Oh, 100%. It seems hugely suspicious, especially when you look at a situation like that where the president is saying, bring in the National Guard, and she's nay. Let's see how this shit plays out, because I want your ass out of here. And if shit goes south, which I know it will, my 100%.
All right. Okay. So I think we've kind of made this point very clear. This is wrong one. We have made it very clear that what's being set in motion here is a terrible precedent to do, let alone a former president. You didn't even have to. Hillary Clinton wasn't even a president. And what happened with her 30,000 emails that she just deleted? Nothing.
Right.
She wasn't even banging the dude. He was too busy fucking little girls on Epstein Island.
Well, and again, look at the whole Hunter Biden thing. Even him literally implementing Peter there as the big guy.
Implicating.
Yeah, whatever. What did I say?
Implementing.
Whatever.
Fucking women. Swear to
See
God.
this guy? Anyway, but yeah, so what's happened to him? Nothing. There's been so many people that have been doing really shady, bad things that everybody is just like, mum on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, and then you have...
You know what? I hate to see it because I've said, well, I'll close with this and we'll move on to the Mendicino RCMP bull crap that's happening in Canada. So if you whatever's happening in the States, you know what? There's something in the wind going on here. There's something in the water. I don't know if it's just socialism. I don't know if it's communism. I don't know if it's winning at all costs, no matter what. But
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
What has been done here, and again, I'll say this for a final time. If this was on the opposite end, would you feel right or wrong doing this? With the information that is out there, the January 6th thing, a lot of those people are getting let go. On one side, you literally have cops letting people in. People don't know that. The police had opened up the gates. There's videos of a cop saying, I don't, how did he say it? I don't like what you're doing, but I respect your right to protest. It was a black officer. I just remember seeing the footage of a guy saying, I don't like it, but I respect your right to protest. They waved people in. And the people are still in prison for that, in solitary confinement, for being let in. No, and again, if you were on the other side, because there were two sides of this, literally two sides of the building. One side, people were being let in. On the other side, people were smashing windows. People were being let in through smashed windows.
Smashy, smashy.
So okay, so the reason why I bring that up was there were some people that they were asking people inside the building to release the magnetic locks on the window to let them in.
Like people who worked there?
I don't know if they necessarily worked there, but they had asked, or they had signaled for people to unlock the magnetic lock on the window. So a magnetic lock keeps it shut.
Yeah. And
they released it to let these people that were rioting, on the side that was rioting, in.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's, for me, it really depends on who the people were. If it was just somebody, one of the quote unquote rioters or something like that went in there and were like, yo, take off the magnetic locks. People are like, oh my God, he's got a gun. Okay, fine. Well, okay.
No, it wasn't the only person that was shot was a peaceful protester. Shut up, Will. Shut up. You slapped Chris Rock, you piece of shit. Even your apology was fake as hell.
Oh, hell no.
Terrible. All right. So I'll say this. Last thing.
Are you sure?
Last thing. Yeah, stop talking to me.
You said that for like 5 minutes. Okay.
Well, put the shoe on the other foot. You really have to think of that. If this was done to your guy and you would find it unjustifiable, would you not be as outraged as, say, the other side is? And unfortunately, we've come to this position where the left and right have been so bifurcated that we can cut in half. They've been split. They've been so separated that at some point you don't know what else to do. All right. So with that, let's get into this, because this is historic. This is historic. What happened in the U.S. and what is happening in Canada is just equally as historic. So let's start with this. So this is from the National Post. So Mark Mendicino defends RCMP's use of spyware. Says rigorous protections are in place. So Public Health Safety Minister Mendicino defended the RCMP's use of spyware, telling MPs that the technology is used sparingly. Nope, because they're already using in the ArriveCan app. They already pushed a lot of this stuff through. Okay, so already from the outset, this dude's full of shit.
What else is new?
Sparingly, and always with judicial approval. Judicial. No, you actually went outside of the bounds of Parliament in order to enact the Emergencies Act. So at what point? At what point is this just government just dictating what you can and cannot do? So Mark Mendicino defends RCMP's use of spyware as rigorous protections are in place. Mendicino said officers with special training are used and provided detailed requests for warrants to judges. Well, weird, because the whole Freedom Convoy was done outside of a judge. How crazy is that, hey? Yeah. Mendicino testified before the House of Commons Committee on the Access to Information and Privacy on Monday. Earlier this month, it was revealed that RCMP had used what the force calls on-device investigative tools, or spyware, allowing them to read text messages and other items on a cell phone during an investigation.
Cool.
RCMP's
So nice.
official also confirmed that in some cases they're able to turn on cell phone microphones or cameras to listen covertly. Listen to those words very carefully.
I'm listening, sir.
RCMP officials confirmed that in some cases they're able to turn on cell phone microphones or camera to listen covertly. Mendicino said the tools are used sparingly and they must be approved in advance by a judge. Well, what did they do for the Freedom Convoy? They geotagged them, they froze their bank accounts, they canceled license, they literally shut down a constitutionally protected activity to protest and petition your government for a list of grievances. And they said, no, we are going to track you. Even that bald mother from Ottawa, the Ottawa police said, it doesn't matter where you go, we will find you.
You know what? This just like, I just kind of got this thought that, okay, do you remember in the movie that we were watching, What is a Woman?
Yeah.
How in one point that they were making, because, you know, someone hurt, their feelings were hurt because somebody didn't identify them as the proper gender. It was affecting someone's like right to life.
Yeah.
Yet you have a government who, okay, so somebody accidentally calls you a she when you look like a she instead of a he, which is how you feel you are on the inside, I guess. And that is, you know, ruining your right to life. And,
yeah.
But yet the government can quite literally freeze your bank accounts, take away your licenses.
Arbitrarily.
And literally, not just by words, literally take away your right to life.
Yeah. In order to push again this idea. So to continue on. So Mendicino said the tools are used sparingly and they must be okay. But
yeah, right.
There are rigorous protections which are put into place prior to the authorization of this particular technique, including applications which must go to a superior court judge. RCMP officials said the tools have been used in 32 investigations to surveil 49 devices since 2017. Unfortunately, I'll say this. They may have. Absolutely. You know what? I would give them the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what? Probably. They probably did. But unfortunately, the RCMP has put itself in such a position that it is beyond a trusted institution, a policing force. It has destroyed any confidence that I have in RCMP as an institution, as a police force. That's what they have done. And then you have Mendicino, who literally said during during the inquiry for the Emergencies Act said, well, we had police backing, which was completely disproven. Completely disproven. I wish the only thing that lies more than Mendicino is a fucking dead prostitute. That's the only thing that lies harder.
I like how you threw it. Okay, the odd thing is there's a reason him and I are married. That I was thinking in my head, I was about to blurt out a prostitute, but you one up me with the dead.
That's the only thing that lies more. That's the only thing that lies more. He lied about the Emergency Act. Full on, like I don't mean like I'm not trying to exaggerate. I'm not trying to drum up some bullshit excuse. No, he literally lied when he said, "Oh, police were looking for more resources," or however he talks. He's probably like, "Oh my god, those police in those sexy outfits. I just want those nightsticks rammed up. What were we talking? Right, Emergencies Act. Oh yeah, they totally no. The police didn't really need that. We just did it because those people made us look bad. And you know, me as a straight heterosexual male who loves women. I love to be in the company. I think that's how he said it. I might be a little off, but
Love to be in the company of women.
If there's one thing,
or dress like. Just wondering.
She said it, not me. She said it, not me. But it was complete. It was a complete lie. So you know what? The thing is, you have soiled your reputation. You have soiled these institutions for what?
Yes, soiled it.
That's always my big question. At what cost? What was your end goal? You lied about the Nova Scotia thing. You compromised an investigation in order to push gun control laws through.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you have ruined your reputation. You have ruined the institutions that people trust and believe in. That we no longer, for me, I no longer support any of those institutions, and I would be super fucking skeptical of anything that invades someone's privacy, whether lawful, a citizen, or someone committing crimes. Because the whole ArriveCan app, like I brought up, it was made by Justin Trudeau's buddies. So, those are the people that got $10 million. This is the We charity where they were Justin Trudeau's friends. That was a no-bid contract. Yeah. Oddly enough, the ArriveCan thing was a no-bid contract for $10 million.
Wonder how much that big guy got under the table.
Oh, yeah. Pedo Peter. I'm sure he got a bunch. But you know what? Let's get the hell out of here. I think we've covered enough. Whew.
Are you good? Catch your breath now. All right. Well, thank you everybody for clicking on that button and taking the time out of your day to come sit with us and listen to the craziness going on in the world today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Where's that?